This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Following the interception, Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Goff looking to change the play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. You look at this Packers defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. To throw is Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Might want to remember that 3rd down play. 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one 28 yards on the ground. He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points. A little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. Now, they've got some work to do in this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Lions 7, Packers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Packers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Another strong run from the underrated Aaron Jones, who really deserves more credit for what he has done for the Packers. Even splitting carries in an offense that loves to throw it around, Jones put up his 3rd 1,000-yard season in the last 4 years.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Let's go. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action this time with Love. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Black Ultra. Drill 52.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
5-6.
Throwing. Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Packers 3. Jets Bucks. The kickoff for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Hut, hut.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Set.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 14-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Ready?
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Love now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Take over 1st down 10 at the 38-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Value 3, value 3.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play this called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They work now on 2nd and 9. Another run for Gibbs here. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Out of the gun, Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Yellow. Drill green.
Now Love. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action. Love to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. An inside give to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Here's Love. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Love. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Ready?
Love from the gun on third down. That is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's got it to the 43 here.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Yellow, Lonnie. White.
On third down, Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Super one. Tell.
Here's Goff. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Fielded at about the 28.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
10 cycles.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Drill 52. Yellow.
And they'll send Watson in motion right.
Steel black.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
Ready.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ready.
Love now on second down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And shedding the tackle and now some room. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Blue check. Switch yellow.
Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now they're area.
Big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
43 rail. Set.
Up the middle, Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Black Ultra. Set cut.
Operating from the gun.
Love. That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Ready.
2 yards to go, second down.
Shot. 17. Hut.
They'll go again to Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now Love, he's got this complete to Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The give is to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Ready.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Drill green. Set.
On third down, Love.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a
big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
52 blaster.
They'll send Reed in motion left.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion.
Drill 52.
Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And they will finally get him down. as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Great run by Gibbs, and surprised me by being picked so early in the draft. But the Lions knew when they had the chance to add a playmaker like him, they absolutely couldn't pass him up.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Love. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Love looking to throw it. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Love.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And able to to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Ready. Here's 1st and 10. Love.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
On the set. Go.
One last shot now for Love.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it